Offsiders, welcome to yet another episode of Offside Talk. I am your host, Emin, as always. I'm here with my co-host, Fatih.
Hello.
And my other co-host, Ohms. Guys, we've got a couple of segments to keep you entertained, keep you informed this week. Before we go into those segments, though, we've got Ohms here who wants to have an Ohms offload or a rant about some football stuff. He wants to talk about grassroots football here. For a lot of you who don't know, Omer has played football in Australia most of his life. He knows a whole lot more about it than I do. So I'm going to learn from this segment as much as you guys are. And without dragging it out too much, Ohms, I'm going to bring it back to you just to create a starting point for us. Maybe while you're talking, can you talk us through the progressions of how football works in Australia, what the levels are and stuff like that, but I'll leave the rest to you.
All right. So they've made it a lot difficult by changing the names. You know, since I played when I was younger, back then it was a lot simple. You had Premier League, Super League, Division 1, etc. But now the football in New South Wales just made it more difficult. They just kept changing names over the years of the leagues. I don't know why, which is a bit bloody stupid. Simple Premier League, Super League, State League, Division 1, like it was before, Division 2. But yeah, it's just when I was in Super League, and I'm pretty sure it's still like that now. It's just all about money. You know, I've seen kids that walked into the team because their daddies paid a lot of money. That played in our team. They'll just not. I'm just like, this is another thing that turns other kids off football, because there was a lot of politics and everything, which they shouldn't be like that.
Can I just stop you there?
Yeah.
With the money, Ohms, how is this affecting players? I mean, everyone's paying a registration fee. Everyone's obviously contributing the same amount of money. So how does a kid who has more money, how are they favoured in a team? I'd like to ask.
Because their dad's paid either the sponsoring the club or he's pumping money. Obviously, I understand clubs need money.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, to keep the club going in. But if I was a coach, I've got a group of boys, Super League, Premier League, whatever it is. Daddy's paid the money club, and the club's told me that, you know, we want his son in the team because his dad's paying. I'll be like, I'm the coach. I don't want. I'll see how he is. If he's not good enough, sorry, I don't care if your dad's paying the money. I want to have the best side. And I've seen it along. I've seen it back then. Wouldn't be surprised if it's still going on now. Even with certain clubs that's run by whatever
Cultural groups.
Yeah, cultural groups. You know, you need a certain amount of the players from the ethnic background. So you'll need to have 6 or 8 players, and then the rest can be just a mixture, which is wrong. You can't be political, man. If your son's good enough, doesn't matter what race or what background it is, you need to have a mixed team. Because in my previous experience, when you playing a team that's filled with majority of the same ethnic background, I just find that there's a massive ego bomb in that team, because they've a lot of egos. Everyone thinks they're Maradonas and vice versa, whatever. It needs to be mixed. And just even the training they provide to the young players, it's just all about running. I don't say you got to be fit, but there's no there was never any technical side of it. Playing in formation, proper structure for the team. It was just all about running. Okay, and I've played with boys that they've made a team because they can just run all day, but they couldn't do anything other than that.
So is this a lack of experience from the coaches?
It's lack of everything: experience, knowledge, knowledge. I want to obviously we coached back years ago, even though it was park football, but we did all right, we did good in our first year, come first,
Champions, baby.
champions. Second year was we made semis, and then after 16, boys just turned to boys, but that's like I said, man, back then we had a mixture of a few players like ethnic backgrounds. Something needs to change aside from the grassroots, even up until the A-League. And since we're on topic of A-League, and I'm pretty sure Boz will quote me on this as well. You've got when your player transfers to a different team, there's no transfer fee. The player goes for free to the club, and they wonder why there's no money generating throughout the A-League.
But is that because the clubs can't actually afford the players? Do you know what I mean? Like you got some teams that say, look at the A-League.
How much is Fox? Fox will be pumping a shitload of money to the
They'll
A-League.
be pumping a
and
lot,
you got A-League. You got Hyundai. Obviously they're pumping money to the league as well.
Yeah, but let's compare two teams now. You look at Sydney FC, then you look at Central Coast Mariners. You think Central Coast can afford the same players that Sydney FC do? I think if Central Coast bought one player, I think they'll be close to bankruptcy, in my opinion. It's because you're saying, like, say hypothetically they wanted to buy
a player, then you're gonna have to.
And
you're gonna have to buy.
But that's where the team declines then.
Yeah, but isn't it like that all around the world? I mean, do you think Sunderland can, for example, buy players that Man City buys? You know what I mean? Like, so if you can't afford it, then aren't you looking at
transfer fees though?
Yeah, I understand that, but if you can't afford it, and I'm not going against you here, if you can't afford a player, if Central Coast Mariners can't afford a player, doesn't that give them more incentive to invest into grassroots football? You're trying to, find your homegrown players.
But I think that's where the level is now, because Australia only has one level. You got the A-League. That's it. You rarely see a Premier League team going and getting a major, like a big signing or something like. It doesn't work like that. Like you look at the English divisions of football, you can still have millions of pounds worth of players transfers in the EFL.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like everyone else is at the 500, 200,000 pound range, and everyone in the Premier League is spending hundreds of millions of pounds. It's not like that. You look at a team like, who's the best example? A team that's coming last, for example. If you look at Norwich, if you look at Aston Villa, they're in relegation, and they've spent 150 million or 120 million pounds.
Yeah.
See the difference? Now imagine a team in Australia spending just say $1 million on players,
mm-hmm.
and they're coming last. What's going to happen to that team? Like I agree from you from a sense of a lot of stuff needs to change in A-League, but I think with the salary cap there, it's an issue, but it's also
protecting the clubs as well.
It's also a protection to make the club not go into bankruptcy.
You got to consider as well. You look at the A-League and the championship. The championship, you can't even get a ticket to the game. Some of those stands are all full. I mean, the fan support is there. A team like Central Coast Mariners doesn't have anywhere near the fan support that any of those championship teams have.
Well,
the sponsorship.
We were talking about this off air, and I think this is where the topic is going to start leading into. It's we got to look at the fan bases here. Now you look at Sydney FC, their fan base is eastern suburbs, around there. Even if
but they don't even go to their own games.
But I'm just saying the following support comes from that area.
Mm-hmm.
You look
at inner Sydney.
Correct. You look at Western Sydney. If you weren't following Sydney FC when it first originally started, you came to Western Sydney Wanderers. That is okay, and majority of the supporters come from the Western Sydney region.
Mm-hmm.
And like we were saying off air, now they went and added a team into Macarthur.
It's stupid,
and it is stupid because where are these fans going to come from? They're going to come from Western Sydney.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to get another club to become successful or bigger by reducing one of your biggest teams in Australia.
And I don't understand because NRL's made the same mistake. Like with the amount of Sydney teams, if they went more national, I think there'd be a broader range of success. The AFL, on the other hand, you've seen them offload some of the Melbourne teams and distributed them across Australia.
Like Sydney Swans.
But AFL has something major on its case here.
They've always got crowds.
Correct. They've all not only money. they've got loyalty there. So you can have two cities next to each other, but those two cities are going to be supporting their teams.
Yeah.
But you can live in, say, the eastern suburbs, and you can still go for Wanderers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can still live in Melbourne and go for a Western Sydney team. There's no sense of there's not a. I think loyalty is the wrong word. It's a built fan base into where you're from. I think that's the biggest issue, and I think, and I agree. Like, it's, you just named a few sports there. I think it's an Australian thing in general.
Culture.
Like, exact. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, it is
Sporting
culture because you go to games. Okay, now this is where I know we shouldn't be comparing with Premier League. Okay, because A-League is what, 10, 15 years old, 20 years old, whatever it is. The Premier League nearly, like the English Football Foundation, it goes back nearly 100, nearly 200 years almost. And you look at the A-League, okay? You go to a game, you don't have an atmosphere because it's all scattered. Do you know what I mean? You're sitting next to people. People see it as a family day out. People see it as, like, the game's trying to promote it in such a way that bring your family and have a good day out.
Yeah.
There's no sense of come and support your team and get behind them big time.
You know what? I think as well, what makes a big difference, Fatih, as well, you've got an A-League game being played at Telstra Stadium, right? How much does that stand hold?
ANZ Stadium?
ANZ, sorry, ANZ. How much does that stadium hold?
80.
80,000
80,
people? Yeah. And there's 400 people sitting in it.
Well, look, the biggest problem with, like, we'll take ANZ as, it's not meant for football.
That's right. So what I'm trying to say is, why aren't we moving to smaller stands? For example, we all attended the game where Ohms played at Bilmore, right? The grandstand's tiny. With 10 boys, we're making more noise than what comes out of ANZ.
See, but this is where the problem becomes now. It's infrastructure. Do you know what I mean? You're talking about bringing in an A-League, well, your country's main football league into a stadium that's not ready for that. Because you got to keep this in mind. It's got to be, the teams have got to have the proper facilities. The away team has to have facilities. You got to bring in network coverage. You got to bring in all this stuff. Parking. You can't park any. You can probably park like 2 cars in Belmore and it's full. Do you know what I mean? Like,
park around it.
But it's
parking.
But imagine trying to get a full stadium and trying to get out of there.
Do you think they're able to?
Does it?
But yeah, NRL does it. But not only that, I know we're not comparing with the EPL. Do you think that when there's a Liverpool game on, everyone's finding parking? No, there's a whole culture of catching a train,
but
walking
people walk there because there's all houses there.
That's right. That's what I mean. Like, you walk around the streets, you catch the train, whatever it is, even away games. I don't think that transportation is a problem. I think if you want to feel atmosphere, you can't put them in these massive stadiums with 1% of the crowd feeling it.
No, but you hit it on the nail on the head with that, what you just said, how people are walking to games, how the atmosphere comes up. Why? Because you look at Anfield as an example, the people walk there. Why? Because majority of the supporters that go to those games are from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Now you go to a Parramatta game,
It's
like in Western Sydney at Bankwest Stadium, most people catch the train, most people catch the bus to get there. There's no such thing as a walking, and this is where the dying factor kicks in as well. You do have players such as the RBB and all that type of stuff. They try to do a walk and stuff, and immediately it's sort of seen as hostile. Our country doesn't like. We
live in a nanny state. That's what it is.
We want to expand, but we can't. And it's like the country's like, why isn't our game doing this? But we're going to prevent them from doing this. So, like, we look at a best example is yesterday. We saw when Falcao went into the stadium and how just his presentation alone, where how much people that was at the game, and but the flares and everything, like the atmosphere was there. It was a controlled state to make the game more fun, and that was just a presentation. Now imagine doing that here. I think that's where the issue is, where there's too many, and Emin said this at the beginning, where there's too much politics involved, and I think the people that have the vision aren't the ones in control of it.
Of course it's not. They're not.
Like, I agree with, like, I remember when the teams got announced, where they were going to add a team into Macarthur and a team into Melbourne, I think, a second team into Melbourne. It was ridiculed. It was absolutely stupid. Like, for me, I said 100% as well. I agreed with Omer, which was Canberra and Wollongong.
They've got Wollongong Wolves. They got the fan base there. The stadium's there. Canberra's got a women's team.
Yeah, I agree with you. I 100% agree with you.
They'll get the fan base there.
It's just unfortunately the
It's just
people.
stupid.
How about like in a completely different state? I understand that the fan base in Canberra or in Wollongong is going to be greater than.
They're the perfect start to expand the game,
Yeah.
bringing more teams.
And yeah, I agree because where else are you going to add it? You're not going to add it anywhere. Brisbane's got a team. They can't fill up their stadium.
Mhm.
Sydney FC are current champions. They can't fill up their games. Western Sydney's struggling at the moment. When I mean from a fan base as well. You got
And performance-wise.
Central Coast and Newcastle. How often do you want to go to a game in 4 or 5 hours away against Newcastle?
Yeah.
You don't
I've
want
done
to. But you don't want to. Do you know what I mean? You only go there because it's the game. But if 1,000 Western Sydney supporters went, how big is the home crowd? It's dead. It's literally dead. So what happens is you got an away team that's screaming their asses off, and the home team's just got a bunch of families just sitting around watching the game.
Yeah.
See, Adelaide on the other hand,
There's no atmosphere in a lot of teams here.
I think
But
they're
just
too.
in sport in general.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably things that AFL
AFL's
different. I don't care about AFL. You talk about NRL.
Well, we're
there's
talking
no
about
atmosphere
football.
But when you
and
talk
whatever,
about
but
AFL, you're
there's
talking.
nothing here.
Yeah, you're talking about 100 years or whatever of
Yeah, I
AFL,
know.
right? There's that loyalty. Now, for example, you're a Western Sydney supporter, you have a kid, you've instilled that love for Western Sydney, whatever. 3 generations down the track, they might be full passionate about it. You know what I mean? But it's been around for 10 years. Not only that, people in Sydney, for example, just taking Western Sydney as an example, you've supported Sydney FC sort of on and off because they're your local team, and then Western Sydney gets introduced, and it's like, okay, so now you're going to break that loyalty with Sydney FC and support your local team. And then there's all those people who are living in Campbelltown and Macarthur area or whatever, they've been supporting Sydney FC, then they've jumped on Western Sydney Wanderers, now they're going to jump for whatever, like the Macarthur Rams or whatever it's going to be. Like,
I agree with you. It's from the sense of it's the way this sport is from the beginning, and this is connecting back to what Omer said, how the Super League and the Premier League and all that. It's how it is from the beginning. We look at every other country. We look at Spain's the best example in this now. You look at Spanish football and how they start their smaller. I'm talking about 6-7-year-olds up. It's not
They're
like
teaching the fundamentals.
Exactly. They teach the basics and the fundamentals of sport from an age of 4 and 5. And by 7, 8, 9, and 10, these guys are running circles around some of the teenagers that are out there.
Mhm.
So, but what I'm trying to say is in Australia, we don't have this. In Australia, we
That's the
have this
problem.
whole mentality where go out and have fun. But you tell a
Yay.
kid that, exactly, yay. You go and lose 15, 20-0, but you had fun.
Yeah.
I'll
Well
buy you
done,
Maccas
Well
afterwards.
done, boys.
Yeah, but-
Next time.
yeah, the other thing that highlights how much of a problem this is the booming football academies that are like rising up everywhere. Obviously, these parents who have a goal for their players to be better at football, make a career out of it, they're seeing that these clubs are not providing the tactical support or whatever the training, and that's why these football academies are becoming so much more popular these days. When I was teaching and I was coaching around, the public schools sports association, most of the players in my team were going out to these academies like 4 or 5 times a week. Sometimes they'd go before training with their club. So obviously, this is a highlighted problem now. If these kids are just being told to go out there, have some fun, we're not going to really teach you, the foundations. Parents are starting to see this.
But it's also the parents that don't care. The parents don't give a shit.
So
That's
as
the
well.
problem as well. Because for me, if my son's going out, or my daughter, whoever wants to play, okay, getting hammered 20-30-0 in a game and expecting for me to go, okay, you did well, now come off. I'm going to be looking at this team going, man, why should my kid come out here, not learn anything, get absolutely smashed every weekend,
And be told good.
and be
good
told
job.
they've done a good job, and I still got to pay this retro fee?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like it's different if you put your kid in there. They're competing. They don't even have a proper score lines. When I'm in school, they don't keep scores. In some of the small league, little like the younger kids game, they don't keep scores.
No, they don't.
What's the point of this?
Well, my nephew plays, and I ask him, "Did you win?" He's like, "I don't know."
Exactly, but why? Because he
So-
went out there and he had fun. That's the
joke.
mentality. So we're teaching these kids till what, 9, 10 years old. What do you expect when they're 10, 11?
Yeah.
When they're playing for under 10s or under 11s, they're gonna go out there and be like, "It's for fun, isn't it?"
Yeah.
And then they're going to go lose 6-7-1, get teased at school and all that type of stuff. Like, we've all had it done to us or been doing it to someone else. But it's that whole mentality needs to start from the bottom. And
Yeah.
it's connecting back to what you said, the grassroots of Australian football. It starts from the bottom here. If we're not teaching the kids the proper way,
The game's not going to get
when they're going to get 18, 19, where are they going to go? They're going to go overseas.
and then come back anyway because I can't do it. Because the training here, like I said, is completely different to Europe. I've seen it myself. Like, we're like 100 years behind everyone else.
I don't look.
In training wise,
I don't think we're that far behind.
not
we're-
100, but we're just delayed in everything. Like, but football, we're nowhere near it.
Australia can be near it. They can be. They genuinely can be. The problem
Do they
about
want to? That's the thing.
that's the problem. It's the fact that the leaders of whoever this football academy, the football association, do they want this sport to succeed, or is it just like another dollar figure? That's what it is.
I don't think they want it to succeed at all.
I think they want it to succeed as long as their pockets succeed. That's what it is.
They need to get Frank Lowy out of this whole thing. Him and his son. They've got no idea what they're doing. Yeah, they started the A-League and whatever. But stupid things. You've got that idiot. They brought in Paul Gallup to be in charge. Fucking, are you serious, man? Isn't the guy a dumb lawyer or some shit? Or wasn't he a lawyer before?
He was the CEO of NRL.
No, I know, but like prior to that, like,
I'm
he's a
not
stupid
sure.
lawyer. Like,
I
the
have
guy's
no
got
idea.
no idea anything about football.
The problem is as well, there's too many mouths giving opinions, bro. It's like the whole, what we talked about. Oh, if you do this, you can't protect the club and you can't do this. And it's like, bro, just shut up and let people, I don't know, like, there's too much control.
Yeah, there is control, and I reckon there's no discipline as well, especially from a lower perspective. Like, we look at teams and go, okay, you know what? Your kid didn't show up to training. I don't care if he's a superstar. I don't care if he's this. He's not starting.
Yeah.
But we know for a fact that's not going to happen. Because, one, he's probably the best player in the team. And two, there's too many people that get involved from an outside perspective that force you to play that hand.
Yeah, that's true. And then, look, I don't want to be that person, but as a teacher, you look at it and you're like, what kind of home life does this kid have? You know, does he even have a mum and a dad to bring him? Or is it grandpa and grandma who bring him along? And this is his 45 minutes a week where he gets to have fun when he's having that miserable life. So because this kid hasn't turned up to training, you're not going to put him on the field?
Yeah, but before you start playing this game, when I'm in football,
You need to teach them discipline.
this is what it is. But you're signing up to go, you're here for training 2 days a week. Unless there's an unforeseen circumstance. I get that. You know, family issues, everyone goes for it. I totally understand that. But there's in most scenarios, it's either the kid can't be bothered or the parents can't be bothered.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, your kid pays the price for this at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Whether he's a superstar or not. Because if you don't input that discipline into him, how's this kid going to come to training and take the training seriously? When he's going to go, man, I'm starting anyway. Well, why would I give a shit?
And the other thing is as well, if the training's that bad, why is this kid going to rock up to training twice a week to run laps?
Exactly. It's another thing. Look, I understand from a pre-season, you know, or like just the beginning of the aspects of the season. Yes, cardio is a massive thing in football,
It is,
like
but
100%. But
There's
you can also learn cardio by running drills.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to go, okay, guys, go for a 60-minute jog, and then that'll be our first session. Man, a 10-minute jog alone itself, plus 50 minutes of actual playing football, passing the ball, kicking the ball, making, you know, little movements and all that stuff. That's still bringing up your cardio.
Of course it is.
But it also falls onto manager as well,
Yeah.
because some managers are really lazy.
A lot of them are.
Exactly. So
Like, it's
it's frustrating. It's a very frustrating
Sad.
thing. It can be so much more, and considering the amount of, like, we live in a very multicultural country where there is so many people that actually love this sport. There's so many people.
Of course.
But we also look at it from, like, I'm an example here. I wanted to play just regular football. I don't care. It doesn't, for me, from a sense of, what I mean by, I don't want to play competitive. I don't want to talk about like playing Super League or something like that. But even if I'm playing Division 5, Division 6 somewhere, I'm still looking at that scoreline. I'm still going, man, I'm coming here to win. You know, it's. I understand it's Saturday. I'm coming here to win. I'm not coming here to go, okay, I got fit guys, but, you know, we lost 16-0, but my cardio's improved. Well, no, man, I want my cardio improved, but I want to win games.
Yeah.
So if me having this mentality at this age, it's because that's the way my dad taught it to me. It's go out there and win, not go out there and have fun. You'll be fine. You know, it's okay. You lose 38-0. So it's all good. It's the way we've got to bring these kids up, but I don't know. I really don't know. I think it starts from the top, but they just don't want to fix the bottom. That's just my opinion.
Once all this shit is over, I'll plan to go for my coaching license as well.
That's
I'll get in
good.
the coaching game as well.
I can yell at you from the sidelines.
And I'll just stab you in the throat.
Yeah, that's all right. It would be worth the yell.
Moving on to our segments, guys. We'll start with Omer's.
All right. So we've got my segment for today. It's called Where Were They? I'm going to name the teams that this player played for. Not including their current club because it just make it too easy. And then you guys can guess it. We've got 5 questions, 1 point for each one. If you guys get stuck and you guys just pulling your hair out, I'll give you guys multiple choice.
Nah, don't. I want to struggle.
All right, fine then.
Are these all currently playing players, and none of them are retired?
These are currently playing.
Pele.
Oh, I got one retired
Pele.
actually.
Okay. Michael Ballack.
Pele.
Let me double check. I was gonna figure that one out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
All right, let's
So
go.
it's
I'm ready.
Pretty straightforward.
Pele.
All right, 1 point. 1 point for every answer.
Oh, damn.
We'll go for the first one. We've got San Fernando, Valencia. Then he got loaned out to Eibar, and then Celta Vigo,
Celta Vigo.
and then went back to Valencia.
EPL players? These all EPL players?
I'm not gonna give
Okay.
you that fucking answer.
Yeah,
am
you
I?
idiot.
I'm gonna baby you.
Valencia. I know. Cancelo.
No. Who?
I don't know. How am I supposed to know? There's like 8 billion players, and I've never seen.
Can you give us a hint? Is there like the nationality of the player or something like that?
He's Spanish.
Spanish, yeah.
Cool.
It narrows it down
Narrows
to
it
like
down.
no one.
So Sergio Ramos.
No.
Nah.
Do we get our A, B, C, D
Yeah,
options?
can I have my ABCD now?
Oh, I thought you could no. I want to suffer.
I haven't. These are players that I thought it would be a lot like more realistic.
I don't want to make it
teams.
too easy. Oh, it is. It's. I'll give you the
Just a multiple
Yeah.
choice.
Is it Parejo?
Who?
I guess not.
Who did you say?
Parejo.
No. All right, you got A. Griezmann, B. David Silva, C. Busquets, or D. Marcelo.
David Silva.
Say them again.
Okay.
You got Griezmann, David Silva, Busquets, or Marcelo.
Oh, Griezmann.
Today, Junior.
What was the other two?
Really?
And you're a
Am I
teacher.
right?
I want.
Because I
Did you
get
give
the
up?
point. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, go.
Is it Dave Silva?
Yes, David Silva.
I didn't want to guess the one you did.
No, but I'm saying like there's only 1 point system.
Yeah, I know. I just want to get his what he thought. I just want to see his answer because he just guesses like last time. Oh, see, because it didn't pick C last time.
I'm not doing that this week.
Alright, let's go.
All right, we'll go to the second one. Sunderland then got loaned down to Coventry. They went back to Sunderland.
Sunderland. Then went to Coventry. Then went back to Sunderland.
Yeah.
And then he left, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Like all these players have left. I'm not going to give you the current clubs because it's just make it too easy.
Damn. Sunderland. Who the fuck went to Coventry?
Oh, to you guys, I didn't know he even got loaned there.
Sunderland. Was Sadio Mane?
No. He didn't play for Sunderland. He played for.
Who did he play for? Oh, I played for
Southampton.
Southampton. That's it.
I've had fucking players come from there.
That's Liverpool's B squad.
I'm happy for multiple choice.
Buddy.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Should I just give you multiple choice for all of them?
No. I like to struggle.
All right. Okay, you got A. Lampard, B. Ferdinand, C. Harry Maguire, or D. Henderson.
Maguire.
Henderson. Henderson.
Fatih's got this 2-0 to Fatih.
Yay.
Oh, he went to Coventry. Eh?
I didn't know that.
Who'd you say?
Maguire.
Maguire.
Where did he come from?
He came from
Leicester.
fucking Leicester.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But I didn't know where he came from before Leicester.
That,
So
yeah, I
I-
didn't either.
But you're stopping at the team that he's currently playing at, yeah?
are you?
No, the team that the last team that they
That's
played
what I mean.
Yeah, but
so
don't-
like,
Okay.
yeah, the team that you, like just before the team he's playing for
Yeah,
now. You
yeah,
start,
that,
okay,
that's
yeah.
it. Like
Yeah.
the yeah. I
Alright.
thought it's too easy.
All right, let's go.
All right, number 3, you got Leeds, Tottenham, then got loaned out to Everton, then they signed him.
Leeds, then Tottenham. Then he went to Everton, and then
Yeah,
they
he got loaned. He got loaned.
he plays
to,
for
he
Everton.
got loaned to them. Oh no, he plays for someone else now.
Oh, okay.
He was at Everton.
Everton. Who left Everton recently?
I'm going multiple choice.
I'm gonna have to go multiple choice for all of them. I think.
Everton. Is this someone we know?
Because when you tell us that this person hasn't, we don't know their current team, but they could have gone anywhere after Everton. They could be playing in La Liga.
That's what I'm saying. I got multiple choice here. If you guys want for
Yeah,
all
I'll
of
take
them.
it. I'll take it for this one.
You got Aaron Lennon, Leon Osman, Harry Maguire, or Emil Heskey.
Aaron Lennon.
Heskey.
3-0 Fatih.
I'm thinking.
He's better at guessing.
His full confidence. Heskey.
As soon as he gives me the team, I'll go. All right, Aaron Lennon played for
Yeah,
Tottenham.
so
That's
But
all I know.
if I say Leonard, I'm not going to get a point anyway, so there's no point saying the one that Fatih said.
He's hoping.
Like the first one, I knew that the one Fatih got it right, but there's no point in me going
Yeah,
for
but
it.
even if you do get the answer, I'll give you both each 1 point.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
It's
I didn't know that.
It's 3-0
Okay.
now. You don't.
It's alright.
It's all about equality, baby.
All right, let's go.
All right. Number 4, Le Mans. What is it? Guingamp, Marseille.
Marseille is the
This
last
is a
time.
French player. Then Marseille. Where did he go from Marseille?
But he could be playing for PSG. We don't know where he's gone.
Do you want a hint?
I'm leaning towards PSG.
Yeah.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah.
He's retired.
It's not PSG.
Because no one's retired from PSG who came from Marseille.
He went to Marseille, then PSG.
He could have gone anywhere, bro. He could have gone to Barcelona.
Nah, this one looks familiar, man. Marseille. Is he a goalkeeper?
No.
I'm going.
Striker? Can you give me the position?
Striker.
Marseille.
Anelka?
Nope.
I don't even know if he played for Marseille.
Multiple choice.
Yeah, I'll take multiple choice.
All right. You've got Drogba, Riyad Mahrez, Papi Cisse, or Jibril Cisse.
Jibril
Drogba.
Fatih got that one. It's Drogba.
You said Drogba, I forgot.
I love his confidence. Cisse.
I have to go for one of them.
Oh, far out.
Congrats, Fatih.
It's close, but
Yeah,
Alright.
so close.
We've got the 5th and last question. From Watford, he went then Man City.
Is he like 14 years old?
went from Watford to Man City. Who the fuck went from Watford to Man City? Is he still playing?
But he's
Yeah.
not at Man City anymore.
Yeah, but I can't remember the last player that went from Watford to Man City in general. Usually they buy fucking superstars. Watford to Man City.
I know you guys are going to refer back to the multiple choice, and once I give you, I'm sure you'll know.
Probably. Watford to Man City. Give me the position again.
Fuck, was he a winger? I think he's a winger.
No idea. I'm going to go with B.
What?
You said he's a winger.
I'm pretty sure that's what he plays. I'm double check.
Nah, don't worry. Just give us the multiple choice.
Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice.
No, dude, it's too
Multiple
easy.
choice.
Oh.
Multiple choice. Bro,
Right.
you're saying this is easy. It's not easy at all, obviously, because I've got no
No, no.
points.
You got one.
Just give us the multiple choice.
Now let me find out exact what position he plays. I was a midfielder.
Doesn't help me in the slightest.
Offered to Man City and he's a midfielder. Offered to Man City and he's a midfielder. Considering Omer didn't know his position, he must be an older
I
player.
knew he was in mid, like someone in mid. I don't know if it was.
Offered to Man City. Kevin De Bruyne. No,
It's not De Bruyne.
Because De Bruyne didn't come from Watford.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
And
definitely.
he's at Man City now.
Go. What's the multiple?
All right. You got Harry Wilson, Fabian Delph,
Fabian-
Jadon Sancho, or Phil Foden.
Fabian Delph. Actually, no. It's not Fabian
You've
Delph.
already given your answer.
Phil Foden. No, Phil Foden came from... What was the other ones?
You've already given your answer.
No, I'm thinking.
No, you've already
I'm
given your
allowed to
answer.
change
What was A?
Harry Wilson.
Harry Wilson,
What was the others?
Fabian Delph, Jadon Sancho, or Phil Foden.
Oh, Sancho.
Yeah, Sancho. I was actually going to go Sancho before Fatih said it.
Well, he's actually said Fabian. Didn't you say Delph?
I said Sancho.
No, you
It's not on record.
No,
Nah.
fuck off. I'm going to give Emin this point.
I was actually going to go Sancho before Fatih said it, but...
I thought maybe Phil Foden would have thrown you off a bit.
Like if Delph didn't come from fucking Watford.
At least I got a point.
I don't know why they even bought him, to be honest.
I'd like
Man
to
City.
thank my mum, my dad.
Man, he filled in so many positions, man.
Yeah, I know, but he's just a very average player, I think. All right, so congratulations to Fatih. It's 4-1. Emin,
One day I will beat you, my friend.
just study your football. for
Turkish
fuck's sake.
Super League. Just, you need a trivia on
Yes,
that, and I
yeah.
think I'll lose that one easily.
Yeah, it's just... Bro, that was fucking hard. It's like, he last played for this club 16 years ago.
Well, I told you guys that I'll give you multiple choice. No, we want to try guessing
Yeah, it
and
was
hurt
fun
ourselves.
to think about it.
Fatih still got them all. He's just better at guessing than I am. All right, off to my segment now.
All right, thanks, Holmes.
Thank
No
you.
worries.
All right, boys. A new segment this week. It's called It Wasn't Me. The way it's going to work is I'm going to make a statement, and then I'm going to tell you the name of 4 football players. Out of the 4, 3 people have done this statement, and one of them hasn't. So it's sort of like an odd one out sort of thing. Yeah, so it's going to be 1 point, just like Omer's one was, and we'll take it from there. Any questions?
Pele.
Is the bonus round?
There is actually the last question. I think it is. There's actually 2 right answers for it. So 2 of them out of the 4. But I'll tell you guys as we get there.
All right, bring it.
So number 1, I was sent off in a Champions League final. A is Didier Drogba, B is Sergio Ramos, C Jens Lehmann, and D is Juan Cuadrado.
Ramos.
Now it's Drogba. Oh, you said hasn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Didier Drogba has been sent off from a Champions League final. The answer is Sergio Ramos. It's surprising considering he's had so many red cards that he hasn't
Who's the grub?
actually...
You know why?
Absolute grub.
Because his discipline kicks in. He goes, oh, now I can't guess. I
Yeah,
can guess it
hard.
off in another 38 games, but not this one. Oh, it
That's
hasn't.
it.
All right. Fair
So Omer's on 1 point. Second question. I have scored a hat-trick in the EPL. So which one hasn't
Yep.
scored a hat-trick? Alexis Sanchez, Demba Ba, Darren Bent, and David Beckham.
What was the first one?
Alexis Sanchez.
I'm going to say
Bex?
Sanchez.
You going with Beckham?
Yeah.
You're going to say Sanchez?
Yeah.
Sanchez has scored a hat-trick. David Beckham has not. He was more known for his assists. So 8 point to Fatih.
I'm surprised that.
I'm back.
Question number 3. I played for the same team my whole career. So one-man team.
LA. No.
Sandro Mazzola, Francesco Totti, David Hurd, and Gary Neville.
Well, the
I'll say him again. Sandro Mazzola, Francesco Totti, David Hurd, and Gary Neville.
I'm going to say Hurd.
it's not the other 2. It's not Totti
No.
or Neville.
No.
Neville played for Man U. You just say Hurd. Hurd was A or B? Or A or C?
C. Was C,
Hurd
wasn't it?
is B.
Hurd,
Oh,
Hurd,
is it?
Hurd
Oh.
is B. Fuck. Which one's not Totti or...
So Sandro Mazzola,
I'm going to go for him.
okay.
I don't even
Francesco
know. I don't know
Totti,
him
David
either.
Hurd, and Gary Neville. Sandro Mazzola played for Inter his whole career. Francesco Totti, as we know, played for Roma his whole
Gary
career.
Neville.
Gary Neville was a one-man team. It was David Hurd who played for Arsenal and Man United.
Yeah,
So,
what a grub.
Omer, we've...
What an
the
absolute
point.
grub.
There you go.
Number 4. I've spat on another player.
Pele.
Okay? I've spat on another player. Disgusting. Luis Suarez, Frank Rijkaard, Lionel Messi, or Cristiano Ronaldo. So which one of these players has not spat on a player?
Fuck.
Was it Luis Suarez, Frank Rijkaard, Lionel Messi, or Cristiano
Even though-
Ronaldo?
Nah, this one, I feel like they all have. I'm going to go Ronaldo.
Fatih's
What do I
locked
feel
in
like he
Ronaldo.
has?
I don't know. I just can't. I can't see him.
He's such a nice man.
Not a nice man. Like he's a bit of an attitude
he's
on the
handsome.
field, but I can't see him speeding. I can see him like kicking or something. But I don't know. I'm going to go Ronaldo.
Owens?
It's like this fucking.
There should
Annoying
be there should
question.
be a time penalty on this.
Fuck off.
Yeah, there should be. I'll give him 5 more seconds.
I'm gonna say Messi.
Messi. It's surprising that Luis Suarez hasn't spat on anyone.
I was gonna say Suarez too.
Messi has. Frank Rijkaard has a. It was quite a famous thing actually. Yeah. So
Yeah, but that's unfair because Suarez bites people.
I know, right?
That's the only
Technically,
thing I remember
Saliva
him
on him.
That's why I think I put Suarez in there.
I was gonna say in the beginning, but I'm like, I'm just stupid. I fucking doubt myself. I'm gonna say Messi because everyone just sucks him off.
No, Messi has definitely spat on someone. Number 5. I have never been sent off. Okay, this player has not received a red card ever. So Ryan Giggs, Philip Lahm, Damien Duff, or Lionel Messi.
So just to confirm, they've never been sent off.
Yes.
Okay. What was the question? so what was the answer? Sorry. I'll
Ryan
think about your
Giggs, Philip Lahm, Damien Duff, and Lionel Messi.
question. Lam.
Yeah, Lam. Fuck, these questions
Answers?
throw you off.
Yeah, Philip Lam.
Lionel Messi is the only one in that group who has been sent off. So the question was, I have never been sent off. Messi is the one that has been sent off in that group. So Messi
I
received
misunderstood this
2
question
red
again.
cards in his career.
Fuck, we're just dumb.
I fucking misunderstood this question.
Okay, I'll make it more clear in the next question to what you're answering. But Lionel Messi has been sent off twice. One for celebrating and taking his shirt off.
What was the question?
And the other he elbowed a player from Malaga. So the comment was, I have never been sent off. Ryan Giggs has never been sent off.
I know.
Philip Lahm has never been sent off. Damien Duff has never been sent off. Lionel Messi has
answered it
been
right.
twice.
Yeah.
You should say who did do it.
I'm going to make the next question clearer for you boys.
Fuck.
You got to explain it to us like we're 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, why don't you explain it like I'm 5?
Yeah, done.
All right, number 6. I have transferred to a rival club.
So
So we're
he
trying to see
hasn't.
who hasn't transferred
Yeah.
to a rival club, right? Wayne Rooney, Billy McNeil, Roberto Maggio, and Frank Lampard.
Rooney.
Which one of these has not transferred to a rival club? Ohms has gone with Rooney.
What's
Depends what you mean by rival.
Yeah, I
Is
know.
Everton to Man U rival?
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
I would
I don't
lean
think so.
towards Rooney because Lampard went to City.
Yeah. What was the other two?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change it. I'm just gonna.
What's the other 2?
So Roberto Maggio and Billy McNeil.
I think so. Roberto Maggio.
Maggio, sorry.
I would have said Rooney.
Rooney,
Yeah.
Ohms,
Yeah.
Rooney. Rooney went from Everton to Man U, and it's considered a
It is. Yeah.
a rival team. So Billy McNeil, this is for Omer because he laughed so hard about it last time. Played for Celtic his whole career, so it was Billy McNeil.
Did he
Frank Lampard also went from West Ham to Chelsea.
Yeah, we know
That was
that.
seen as a rival move. So and Roberto Maggio went from Fiorentina to Juventus. Number 7.
Fucking hell.
I have scored an own goal. So we're looking for the player who has never scored an own goal. Paulo Ferreira, who played for Chelsea. James Collins, Kieran Trippier, or Gareth Bale.
What was the second one?
James Collins.
What was the first one?
Paulo Ferreira.
Paulo Ferreira.
Paulo Ferreira.
So you got Paulo Ferreira.
Yep. James Collins, Kieran Trippier, or Gareth Bale.
Is Kevin Trippier from Dawn Tottenham?
Yes. Yep.
I think I think he did. I think he has copped one.
Hey, he had
I know.
scored against Chelsea.
What I feel that Bell has as well.
I'm gonna say Paulo.
I'm gonna say the first one because I don't know him.
Paulo Ferreira is
Ferreira?
right
No,
back
not
for
Ferreira. I
Chelsea.
think
He was a right back for Chelsea.
Yeah. I'm gonna
140
say-
appearances actually.
not Ferreira. I think this fucking B. Who the B was? Who was B?
Phil
James-
Collins.
James Collins.
Phil Collins.
I can
bro.
I'm
feel
gonna
it.
say Collins because I don't.
Oh, okay. Would you go with Fatih?
You know
Do you
what?
remember thing? Copy.
Phil Collins.
No.
Yeah, he usually he feels
Paulo Ferreira, yeah, bro.
He feels
played
yeah.
Mourinho's team.
I'm gonna go for Collins because
He's odd.
that, and I'm pretty. I know. I know. Think Trippier cop one. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, I'm going Bale just for shits and
Bale.
Yeah,
I hope I'm
I think it's Collins, but I'm
Did you
going
go,
Bale.
who did you go with?
Collins.
Collins. It's not Collins.
Fuck!
Gareth Bale copped the eagle. I mean, it deflection to the head and it went in. It was actually Paulo Ferreira. He had 140 appearances for Chelsea and he hasn't scored any EPL goals. So no own goals, no EPL goals. He scored 2 goals in cup matches.
So he did his job.
He was keeping us safe.
He wa- well, he
I'm not
was
gonna score, but I'm not gonna
Yeah.
score any either for
I'm
own
gonna
goals.
defend.
no point there. Number 8. This is a bit of a funny one, boys. I've
Pele.
urinated on the field.
Fuck.
Fucking no.
Okay,
Is it bonus? No, it's not.
No, I've urinated on the field. So Max Krocom, Ronaldo, like R9 Ronaldo, Jens Lehmann, or Frank Sinclair.
Sinclair sounds like he would do something like that. You got Aunt. Wait, Sinclair.
So you're looking for the one who hasn't pissed on the field.
The names?
Max Krocom,
I don't know.
Ronaldo R9, like R9,
Yeah.
Jens Lehmann, and Frank Sinclair.
It sounds like someone that'll do something like that. And I bet he didn't do it too. For fuck's sake. Did
I don't know. I don't keep track of how many fucking players you
I
have
know.
on field.
Fucking hell.
If I had a guess, it would be either A, B, C, or D. I'm gonna link.
Wait, can you say the names
I'm
again?
gonna sound like I'm gonna group you. Sinclair sounds like someone who would do it.
So you're looking for someone the
Who
person
wouldn't
who
do it?
hasn't done
Yeah, I
it.
know. Can you
I'm gonna say Lehman's.
Lehmann?
Yeah, I'm going with him. I
He
feel like
s-
R9
he
would.
Yeah, I know.
feel like
He's,
he
just,
would.
yeah, he's got a thing about him that flop his cock and just fucking just take a week. Lick.
So who you
Do a
going
bit of a
with?
Wiz Khalifa on the field half. Fuck. What was the first one?
Max Krocom, the
I don't know who that
goalkeeper.
is.
He's a goalkeeper.
Drink a lot of water. Must urinate.
Yeah, I know.
Given that Lehman's is keeper as well.
Yeah, I know.
Hurry up.
I'm gonna give you
got
5 seconds. though.
Coca.
Krocom,
Who did you
Ronaldo
say? Who did you
R9,
I went with
Jens
Lehmann,
Lehmann,
Lehmann.
yeah,
That was the last one?
and Frank Sinclair.
I'm going to go Sinclair because I'm just, I don't know. I reckon yes.
Jens Lehmann peed during a Champions League game behind an ad board. So he jumped the ad board and started peeing there. R9 in the in the Olympics, kneeled down behind the ball and peed. Max Krocom was sent off for peeing. Frank
my man,
Sinclair,
Sinclair.
he was voted one of the worst EPL signings of all time, but he hasn't peed on the field. So number 9,
That's a random question, man.
I retired due to an injury. So we're looking for a player who didn't retire due to an injury.
Doing.
due to an injury. David Bust. Now you guys know how I feel when you tell me names I don't know. Ivan Klasnic, Dean Ashton, or Stuart Holden.
We're going for people that who. Fuck.
He didn't retire.
He didn't
Who
retire.
didn't retire from an injury yet.
Say the names.
Didn't.
Again. Say the names.
David Bust, Ivan Klasnic, Dean Ashton, or Stuart Holden.
I've already forgotten the names.
Just to clue, all of these guys have had serious injuries.
I'm sure they have. Wait.
So David Bust, Ivan Klasnic, Dean Ashton, or Stuart Holden?
Fuck, I don't know.
Just go with a letter.
I'm going for D.
D, you gone Stuart Holden?
I was gonna go for that too. Just because Holden.
Bust just sounds like...
Bust just sounds like you're just a fucking
Yeah,
train wreck. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Bust.
All right, Ohm's gone with Bust, and Fatih's gone with Stuart Holden. So Bust, he played for Coventry. He at 28 years old,
Fucking
he had
fuck.
a double compound leg fracture, but he went back to play. Stuart Holden did an ACL at 30, but continued to play. It was Ivan Klasnic. Oh, sorry. Those players didn't come back. So David Bust didn't come back. Stuart Holden didn't come back. Ivan Klasnic came back after a double kidney failure.
Far out.
And last question.
What a soldier.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Number 10.
I'm already irritated.
This one's a bit wrecked. So number 10. I have never shit my... I've never...
Hold on, before I fucking finish, I feel like I'm gonna shit myself. Anyway. Is this a bonus round? How many times? What? Is like a what colour the shit was or what?
Here it comes. I have never shit myself when playing football.
But who shits themselves on the field, man? I've never seen that either. Have you?
Right. So these two players have not shit themselves while they're playing. Okay. They have shit themselves. So you're trying to choose the one who has.
hasn't?
Who
Who
has.
has, alright.
Okay. Because the statement says, I have never shit. You're looking for the
Yeah.
one who has.
Fuck
So
no.
a guy called Lundqvist.
Fuck, I don't know
Okay.
who that is.
Lundqvist
I know.
yeah, that's his name, Lundqvist.
Okay.
Lundqvist.
He sounds like
B.
he was a real shit at that one.
Sergio Ramos.
I don't-
C. Gary Lineker.
Gary Lineker.
Yep.
Well,
And D.
We're going for the people that didn't, yeah?
Who did?
Who did shit themselves.
Who did? Yeah. So there's two people in this
Alright.
list of 4 who have shit
Okay.
themselves on the
Alright.
field. So, and the
don't-
the last one is
Say the names all over again.
okay. The first one is Lundqvist. The second one is
Ramos.
Sergio Ramos.
L-
C is Gary Lineker, and D is Tokelo Ranti.
A and D.
Ohm's
Because I
gone.
fucking know.
A and D?
I don't remember Sergio Ramos shitting himself. I wish he did. Fucking pig. Lineker.
Fatih.
I think it's just too easy then. If randomly Gary Lineker and Sergio Ramos is on there.
I just...
Ohm's-
Because I don't know the other two players. I'm going to say them because... they would have I don't know anyone in recent times that have actually shit themselves. We'd all know. I'm saying A and D. Like,
Fatih, you want me to tell you the names again? So it's-
no,
so I don't-
Linkvist.
I don't know how to pronounce his name, bro. It's Ljung. Lundqvist.
I'm just saying because I don't know their names. I don't remember Sergio Ramos shitting himself. I wish he did. And Lineker... I don't remember
Lundqvist, Sergio Ramos, Gary Lineker, and Tokelo Ranti.
Lundqvist and
No,
Randy?
I'm gonna go the odd. I'm gonna go Lineker. I'm gonna
And
go
Ramos.
Ramos.
Lineker and Ramos.
Fuck it. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so Lundqvist was red carded for farting.
Did he shut this
No,
cunt?
he farted near the referee, and he was sent off for it. Okay. Tokelo Ranti pulled down his pants and farted in the direction of the national team coach, and he was sent home. That was for South Africa. He played for Bournemouth and Gençlerbirliği, just like so you know. Sergio Ramos and Gary Lineker shit themselves while
Are
playing.
you fucking serious?
Yep. So Fatih picks up 2 points in that
off.
last bit there.
I drew with you.
Fuck!
It's 3-3.
Fuck!
Oh, I just.
Fuck off.
You know what?
Can't believe they shit themselves, eh?
Bro, it's just. It didn't suit them being there. Do you know what I mean? It would have been too easy.
Because Sergio Ramos...
I don't give a fuck.
Sergio Ramos did a bit of poop, and he
When?
stayed on the ground.
When?
Did a poop? He
When?
stayed on the ground, and everyone thought he was injured. So he left the field. He went to the toilet. He took a shit. He cleaned up, and he jumped back on the field.
When was this?
Oh, I can't remember. I didn't write down the date, to be honest. But
Facebook, bro, I'm guessing.
But yeah, Lineker fell down and he pooped, and he was like wiping his butt on the floor and stuff like that. And then they took him off the field, changed his shorts. Lineker was like quite a famous player, bro, as well.
He hosts match of the day.
Fucking shit
Yeah.
themselves.
And yeah, that's the segment. So the aim of this segment was to choose the one that was odd. We've got a 3-3 draw. So I'm glad I made it a little bit more difficult for you guys than last time. Congratulations
At the bell,
to
mate. Saved it
both
at
of
the
you.
bell.
That's it, boys. Thank you very much.
Fuck off. I'm not shaking your hand now.
Shake
Nah.
Because you know why?
Nah.
You've never won a trivia.
I don't, exactly. I'm not shaking your hand. Fuck you.
And that's a wrap from us at Offside Talk, guys. As always, our social media links can be found down here. Remember to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and to subscribe to us on YouTube. You can also reach out to us on our social media if we've made any mistakes, if you have anything to add to the discussions that we've had tonight. And as always, stay offside.